Hello again, Jerome here, and I'm back with more Crapmas for 2021. A wonderful year that's going to be capped by, I'm presuming, wonderful games. Let's go with this one. Ooh, the disc is loose, yay! I wonder what it is. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Mother of Christ! Ah yes, the disc is loose. I love the Tony Hawk games. This might be a blessing in disguise. Who knows? This might be a great game. Let's try it out. Oh wow. The Activision logo is actually struggling. I decided to play the game without the updates just to get the full effect, as it were, and so far the cutscenes are lagging. I don't think I've ever seen lag on my PS4. But there it is, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. We're in the era where all the menus are weird and the games want you to be online all the time. It's kind of weird. Okay, so the first level, it's kind of like a skate park or a skate town. That's pretty cool. Okay, so the game plays okay. It's got that kind of cel-shady look. I don't know if I like it or I hate it. I don't know. It's fine. Right now, what I'm noticing, a couple things that are annoying is when you're in the air. Whenever you're in the air and you press triangle to grind, it sort of launches you on the floor, sometimes through the floor, as we can see. So yeah, I think it's the lack of refinement, because this is the same team, if I recall, that made the HD version. Not Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 plus 2, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, which sort of had the levels of the original Tony Hawk games, but didn't have the tightness in terms of the controls. So this kind of feels a loosey-goosey, you know? So how loose is my goose? My goose is pretty loose. It is certainly not a hawk. Certainly not a Tony Hawk. A lot of the modes in this involve your head getting bigger. I don't know what's going on at Robomoto, but they seem to be obsessed with heads getting big. There's at least 2 or 3 different types of missions that involve your character's head exploding. So that's a little weird, if somewhat fun and cartoony. I'm playing single player. This is one of those games where you can they keep trying to like push you to play multiplayer or add a multiplayer component. Homie, don't play that. I want to play Tony Hawk single player. If I want to play Horse or something, I'll play on Tony Hawk 2X on the Xbox. So this ring thing here is kind of fun. It's fine. It's self-explanatory. Just do the rings, get a good time. That's fine. But yeah, no, it's not bad. I think it's worse than that. I think it's just bland. I haven't done the updates, and I'm not playing online, so I don't have the horrible drop-in, drop-outs and the online times, the bad load times or anything. I don't have any of that. I'm not playing with a custom character. I'm playing directly with the Tony Hawk character. But yeah, also I've noticed the grinding is a lot easier in this one. It's very easy. Like now I let it go, but like if I do a combo, it's very easy to just fall back into a manual. See, in this particular pool, I don't even need to revert or anything. It just lets me do a manual and link a combo, so I can technically do sort of infinitely I'm not making combos, but I'm still landing in manual. So the timer, if you can see, they even put a little red thing around the timer to like tell you the thing. It's giving me way more time than other games would have, so it's kind of it's more permissive, but it's also looser. The whole experience is like this. There's a lot of things that are like easier, but there are some things that are like there's timing wise it's kind of off, and it's kind of like when you're used to the old Crash Bandicoots and you're playing the new ones. There's a kind of delay that's different of half a second for the jump. Well, this game sort of has that, nowhere near as precise as that Crash Bandicoot example, but it's kind of weird. Overall, it's just sloppy work. It's not as bad as people are saying. It's just, you know, I couldn't tell you, oh, this is one of the good ones. It's hard to describe. Like, everything's there. Like, yeah, look, I can do a combo. I can all the moves are available. I can string the combo along. Everything's fine. It's just, it feels like someone playing a very competent cover song, but you're missing kind of the magic that made the original songs good. You'd have to play it to really get the feel of what I mean. Because what you're seeing on screen right now is totally acceptable. It's perfectly normal run-of-the-mill Tony Hawk gameplay. I'm not... It's not too crashy. I mean, I had a couple clipping issues and things like that, but the game itself is not that bad, honestly, but it's not good either. Again, if you look at the level design too, yes, okay, I'm in a skate park, but it's very gray, it's very bland, and from what I've seen in previews of the other levels, yeah, overall, that's what it feels like. It just feels like it's a gray game. Like, look at this new like mini game, Ice Cream, You Scream. So the objective of this game is you have to get these ice cream cones, and without bailing, you have to come back to a place in the pool, I think, in time, and it sort of tabulates your ice cream cones, so you can make a score. It's okay, but yeah, it's basically just gather a bunch of resources and then get to the thing. Oh, my manual didn't last. If I could hold a manual, and even if it was the timer was 0, I could keep playing. It's very... Other Tony Hawk games would have punished you for that, and this game decides not to punish you. My girlfriend plays Animal Crossing, and one thing she noticed from when I showed her the older games is that the villagers are kind of meaner to you. But it gives them a bit of extra spice, of extra flavor that that new one where everyone's kind of nice sort of lacks a little bit. It needs you need a little bit of caliente to make your sweetness go down, or else it just tastes just saccharine. It's just boring. I've recently started putting Dijon mustard. All my life I hated Dijon mustard, but now I'm a grown-up. I like Dijon mustard in my sandwiches now, for just a little bit of zing. Not too much, but just a little bit of zip in my zuzaz, you know? So, yeah. This game is trying to be too nice to you. Little hiccups here, like you see it just stalled for a few seconds. But yeah. I don't know how many more minutes of me saying this game has no flavor I can say, so let's go into the more specifics. Graphics are fine. I don't understand the kind of like artsy outline, nor when you activate your special all the blue magic stuff. I guess it's fun to have some particle effects, but I was just fine with having my special bar glowing. The special bar, also, you have to activate it. I don't remember if any other of the games you had to activate it. See, this is what I'm talking about. You jump, and then you automatically drop down when you press the triangle button, the grind button. So, like, to do, like, huge drops, and that throws me off my rhythm, because I'm expecting to just land and go, like, normally, but then it just goes, woof, it drops to the floor. That's weird. But yeah, the special meter, you have to activate it manually, and that's... Years of playing Tony Hawk has taught me that the special meter just activates on its own, so I don't need to do anything. The menus are like those kind of boring mobile game menus. It's all over the place. I miss good old-fashioned menus. Things here, did you see that texture just left? And even here, you start the level off, and I can see the secret tape, and I can just get it really easily with a wall ride. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's called a secret tape. It's not called a hidden in plain sight tape, you know? Yeah, some things here and there. Like, you see the skate, I had to like make sure I nollied or I did a bone flip or something up the I had to like kick up, you know, to do a kick forward to like be able to get it, a little kip up, you know. But yeah, combo strings are really easy to do. Sometimes you fail for some reason. It's kind of weird to explain. But everything works. I mean, it's basically, if you like the Tony Hawk HD version for Xbox 360 and PS3, this is pretty much the evolution of that particular game, but it's in no way, shape, or form an evolution of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 as it should be. We have big levels, but they're kind of all like, this is supposed to be like a beachfront. It's fun, but if you don't think about the tiki torches, it's still just a gray level with like no flavor to it. Everything's muted in terms of the color palette, at least for the levels themselves. So it's really kind of a Tony Hawk, but like, you know, if you don't like having spice in your meal. More big head stuff, yeah, nice. But yeah, if you find it for $10-20, sure, why not? That's the price I paid. Whoop, sorry, the Santa gave it to me. Santa gave it to me. It's a Santa game, whoops. But if you find it for $10-20 and Santa Claus decides to buy it for you for that price, and not at all me purchasing them to make a show, yeah, definitely you can go for it. I mean, if you're doing all the Tony Hawk collections, go for it. But if you're like, no, I needed to pay this full retail when it came out, no, I refuse. It's got some cutesy stuff here and there, like the burning boards and stuff, but it doesn't really do much. It's basically a good tech demo for a game that would eventually be a Tony Hawk, maybe a few months down the line. Like, it's a very, very good prototype, but it's not, it doesn't feel like a finished game, or at least a game that's worthy of being a numbered entry in the Tony Hawk franchise. And that's my 2 cents!
Turns out, this was not a good game. Lo and behold. Tomorrow's gonna be a good game. It's gotta be. I wanna go nuts before Christmas. Calm down, Jerome. That'll be that for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for an all-new Crapmas. Oh, yes.